What's going on, Libra? How are you doing? Hope we're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the week of March 18th to the 24th, 2024. So in this reading, Libra, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the upcoming week. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming, and we're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you, and so much more regarding the 18th to the 24th of March, 2024, Libra. So before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out, Libra. Now, if this reading resonates with you, or if you want to support the channel, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Libra. So without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy for you now, and we will see what is coming your way for the upcoming week, Libra. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Libra. Yes. Good energy so far. Not that there is good or bad energy. Yeah. Let's see what we got going on for you. I actually really like this energy for you, but there's a big but. Yeah. All right. So, your opportunity definitely, Libra, first of all, for some reason, is to resist temptation. I get the feeling that a lot of you are fed up with your life, and it's like for some of you, feel like it's like you're so fed up with life that there's going to be a big temptation for you to maybe do something against your better judgment this week. For some of you, what I'm picking up on, Libra, is like there's a frequency where you just kind of want to throw your whole life away because you're fed up with the games, or you're just fed up with life. Is what I just feel like, this feeling of I'm done with this type of energy. And as a result of that frequency, you might choose a dark path to go down, whatever dark means for you. And I feel like there's something here where you need to give up your life, but in order to like raise to a higher vibration, where you're giving up the ego, but not to fall into a lower state, but to rise. The reason I'm saying that, Libra, is because your opportunity is the Four of Cups, which is about like not taking bait. There could be a distraction in love coming. There's definitely some sort of temptation or distraction, because the Four of Cups in your opportunity is like, don't just go out with anyone on a date. Don't just do something to alleviate the pain, to distract yourself. And then your challenge is the Devil, which is toxic behavior. And I feel like the first thing coming through, Libra, is definitely you're fed up with your life at this point, and you want to make sure that you don't let that fed up frequency take you into hell. You want to take I'm fed up with this and let it raise you into heaven. And we'll talk about exactly how to do that in this reading, but that's the first thing coming through. So before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe, and these are just some messages for you. The first one is the Eye of the Needle, intentionality. Now, I'm getting a feeling that a lot of you are dealing with a very stressful, like you're just a little bit stressed out, or it could be hard for you to put the whole big picture of your life together at this time. And so this is the eye of the needle. Intentionality is being really intentional with like segmenting your life. And it's all about saying, you know, maybe I'm not going to figure out my life in like 2 days or 2 months or 2 years, but for the next like 20 minutes or for the next 2 hours, you know, I have to read 5 chapters in my book, or I have to cook this soup, or I have to call my mother. And that's all I have to do. And like, there's something about realizing that life is now. You are thinking that the future is so real, the past is so real. No, all you have to focus on is the now. And this will get you out of, you know, how Libra is like the classic overthinker. You can see it from all different perspectives. You can see it from their perspective, God's perspective, the devil's perspective. You can see all perspectives. But this time, for this week, it's about your perspective. Let me channel Gary Vee for a second. Hey, you got your perspective. And it's so true. But at a deeper metaphysical level, you need to segment your life as if what you're doing is the only thing that is real. And people who struggle with suicidal tendencies, this is one of the best things to get them back on track, where you tell them to forget about the big picture of your life. How about we survive for the next 20 minutes? Can we do that? Can we do that? And then slowly but surely you nurse yourself. And I'm not saying that it's that intense for some of you, for a lot of you, but be so focused on what you can control. And then know that the outcome is controlled by divine forces. As long as you can focus on what you can control and you don't let the devil trick you into thinking that you made a mistake. Here's the thing that I'm getting as well. A lot of you feel that you made a mistake, that is now your life is out of alignment. And even if that's true, you must learn the lesson and move on, and don't let it... We live in a universe of infinite abundance. Okay? There is no lack unless it is in your mind. Okay, because and so that's just what I'm getting. Now let's continue. You also have the crossing and the initiation. So this is a card of the universe is letting you know that you're experiencing a rite of passage. And I feel like the energy in the collective is a lot of you actually will be feeling really good. I'm probably painting it a little bit more negative for some of you, not for others of you. But there's something about this is a rite of passage, Libra, that you're going through. And it's a question. This oracle card poses you a question. Are you ready? And this is all I feel called to say for it. Are you ready? Can you strip away the masks and the barriers of false strength to discover what you're really made of? Can you strip away the false stuff to discover what you're really made of? That's all that I have to say about that. Now you also have the Sky Dancer's Surrender. Okay, so this is a beautiful card, a beautiful energy, and this is about embracing the divine feminine perspective, which is more so the womb. It's more so the observer, because Libra, as much as I joke around about Thursday Libra Nail Club and I joke about the feminine energy, Libra is a masculine energy. Libra is cardinal air. It is way more masculine than I make it out to be on this channel, because I'm Aries and I just like to kind of like poke fun at my cousin Libra. But like, you need more of the feminine than you realize right now. And this is about full-blown enlightenment type frequency, Libra. You have overanalyzed your situation to complete exhaustion. You don't need to overanalyze anything anymore. You need to let go and let God. You need to break the habit of being yourself. And this also, this card is about the herald of a new relationship coming into your life. Obviously, first of all, the new relationship is first of all going to be with yourself. But I also do feel that there's an arrival of a new relationship slowly but surely. For some of you, it will begin this week. But like I said, a lot of you are going to be tempted. Like I said, the frequency of this reading is that you're so fed up with yourself. And this is the moment, this is the thing that happened to Eckhart Tolle and to myself to a certain degree of a variation. One night, picture this is the story of Eckhart Tolle. It's going to be very relevant for what you're going through this week. Eckhart Tolle, who's one of the greatest contemporary spiritual teachers of our time, in my opinion, he was sitting in his bed completely depressed, and he was fed up with his life. He's like, I'm either going to go to hell, or like, I'm just fed up with this. But he had the thought, he woke up, he sprung up in the middle of the night out of his bed like, I can't live with myself anymore. I can't live with myself anymore. And then he had the realization, like the Libra thing, wait, if I can't live with myself, then who is I and who is myself? Is there two of me? Ah, there is two of you. So what happens if you just kept the I am and you dropped the self part? And what if there was just an ocean of love waiting for you in the I that is unconditioned from the contents of your consciousness? You can't live with yourself anymore, Libra. So drop the self and keep the I, the witness. And that's what this feminine thing that I'm trying to say is about. However, when you do say that I can't live with myself anymore, there will be a transmutation where in order to touch the feminine, in order to touch the present moment, you must deal with all of the stuff that you were overanalyzing and trying to avoid. But it can be transmuted in a much more simple way than you know. So just trust that there is an arrival of you're having a new relationship with yourself right now. For some of you, you're going to have to go, it's like you've gone through hell, but even in this week, it's like you're going to go through, there's like a polarized experience, but where you're going to end up is neutrality. Where you've been is polarized. Where you've been is, I can't live with myself. Good, bad, black, white, yin, yang, Chinese, Japanese. But now you're going to Korea, where all of the Asians are united, okay? I don't even know what I'm saying, but I do know what I'm saying. So now let's go ahead and get into the tarot, please. So your opportunity, like I opened up this reading, is the Four of Cups. And the first thing that I got is that a lot of you will be fed up and you will be tempted to go out on a date with someone who you know that you shouldn't, or, you could be, hey, you're doing the best shadow work of your life, but your husband walks in, hey, honey, forget this. Let's go out in my car and I'll take you to New York City. And you're like literally like this close to a moment of enlightenment, and your husband is just trying to be a good husband, but really he's not conscious. He gets overtaken by a pendulum. The pendulum directs him to your room where you're this close to the moment of Satorian enlightenment, but then it sweeps through your fingers. Just another test from God. And that's why the devil is in your challenge here, Libra. Because don't be distracted. I just get it as a feeling of distraction. And your opportunity is to look at the frequency of rejection as well. Now, if the first part hasn't been resonating, listen up, Buttercup. There's something about you. Your opportunity is to look at no one has ever rejected. It's impossible for anyone to reject you. You can only reject yourself. But also looking at the experiences. There could be someone in your life that it didn't go the way that you wanted, but it's because it's a toxic thing. Or you could want someone for the wrong reasons, just out of your... Make sure that if you think that being with someone just to restore your balance, you're overanalyzing. If I was just with that person, this would all go away. If I could just put that relationship right, this would all go away. There's no one. You're against yourself. And funny enough, what this card is about that this is a herald of a new relationship with yourself. I get it with others as well, but this relationship is not going to save you. And this whole opportunity and challenge is that no relationship will ever save you. You must save yourself, and then you'll meet the person who is also already saved. Not to say that people can't nurse each other and there can't be... See, take everything I say with a grain of salt, people. Because there's an infinite... Variability is the world's most fundamental quality. Now let's go... and overall, I feel like it's actually going to be a very good week for you. You have the devil in the challenge, tricks of the ego, trappings, the ego coming in the back door. And... Let me just, before we get into this as well, there's something coming through about the ego, potentially, or like a relationship coming in the back door. you could also be triangulating someone. For some of you, there's something about a temptation to triangulate. For some of you, you're gonna become friends with someone just so that you can crap talk someone else. For some of you Libras out there, don't triangulate. Don't enter into a relationship with someone just so you can both talk about how bad someone is. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I got so many haters, all my haters become friends now. You know what I mean? That's the frequency. So make sure that you avoid that trapping, is what I would say for some of you. Now, for some of you, there's this other thing about the ego potentially coming in the back door for you. So make sure that you're aware of how that could happen, because there's a million ways that could happen as well. Okay? But now let's go to your overall general energy. Your overall general energy is very healing. It's very solid, and it's very new for the most part. You have the Star, the Seven of Pentacles, and also the Fool. So this is about healing, regeneration, and a complete new spiritual beginning. For some of you that are on the leading edge of thought, I do feel like this is a week where your whole life will never be the same, and it will be something that stays with you forever. You know what I mean? I remember when I had my spiritual awakening, partially thanks to the great work of Eckhart Tolle. I remember I was crying. I was like sitting, like my life was at a really low point, but I was like, I'm good. I remember crying, and I was like, no matter what happens to me from here on out, I'm good. I have penetrated to the core of consciousness, my own consciousness. You want to understand yourself and the universe? Just go within you. You want to, astrology, astronomy, I want to figure out what's out there. Just close your eyes and go like this, because as within, so without. And so you're gonna come to some sort of healing or some sort of new thing that it's like you can take this with you forever. And it's not the myself, it's the I. It's the awareness that allows consciousness to exist. It's the container. Think of it like a cup. Like you are a cup. You are not the context of what is inside of the cup. I want you to shift from, oh my God, overthinking what's inside the cup. Look, the cup is your life. What's inside the cup? You're so flipping out because you're trying to figure out what's inside the cup. What if you just realize that you are the cup? And that realization can stay with you forever. Now, some of you that meant nothing, some of you, you're crying. It's okay. And all I'm saying is that it seems like something's going to be illuminated and something's going to be healed within you for sure. A lot of healing this week. It's very beautiful. But whenever you're about to heal, that's when the devil tries to throw the pendulums at you more than ever before. So be aware. Now, when it comes to what you don't see coming, you have the Five of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and also the Four of Swords here. The Four of Swords is really standing out to me, and the Ten of Pentacles. This is about your legacy. There's something healing with your legacy. There could be a conflict that is put right within yourself or in the external world. The Five of Wands has to do with competition, and it's funny enough that in the spread, the Five of Wands is right next to the Devil. So there could be a conflict situation with another person that you just need to let it resolve on its own accord. The Four of Cups is your opportunity. There's definitely something here about your legacy being attached to someone that you don't care anymore. Because once again, what sparked my initial spiritual awakening was my legacy being not attached to the person that I wanted it to be, and me flipping out and being forced to be like, I don't know what happened. It's deeper than what I'm saying. I'm explaining it like nice Eckhart Bob Tolle pants, but trust me, there's like aliens right on my shoulder doing all this weird stuff that you don't even... So, you're good. But what I'm saying is like, you're healed. I just feel like there's healing coming to a lot of these conflicts in your life. And when it comes to your advice, you have the Page of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Ace of Wands here. So let yourself marinate. Let yourself marinate in this frequency here, Libra, because the Three of Wands is about remaining optimistic. It's about you've decided that a new path is now here for you. The Ace of Wands is about inspiration. It's about also male virility here in your advice, and there could be something waiting on that as well. For those of you that are being tempted, the Four of Cups in your opportunity, the Devil in your challenge, and then you have this is definitely... I would try to be celibate, honestly, if I were you this week. I just think that I think it's a week of being celibate. I think it's a week of you communing with the universe. I don't think that, I'm not saying don't if you're already in a relationship, but in terms of like new stuff, something deeper is going on here. Now, for others of you, depending on your consciousness, your healing will be in relationships. It will have to be. But I just think this week, maybe, take it as it resonates, leave it what doesn't. You do have the Page of Wands, and it's interesting. It's all fire. The Page of Wands is a very youthful, fun energy here, Libra. It's an energy that, it's interesting on this card. Like, the Page of Wands is usually not, like, perceived in such a good light, but like as you see, like this person is singing, so there could be a message. This person has a microphone in their hand and all these people are gathering around to watch them. And what I feel here, Libra, is like what I feel from this reading intuitively is that the pain that you're transmuting, that you're going to turn into art, you can turn it into art like Eckhart Tolle and literally sitting there like this, and it's art. Or you could be like me, blah, 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 and it's art. Or you could be like freaking Russell Brand, political, it's art. You could be freaking Joe Rogan, what do you think about that? It's art. It doesn't matter. But you're eventually going to turn this painful experience into the most beautiful work of art that is admired by other people. But it's important to let it marinate this week. That being said, I'm going to conclude this reading because I don't even think that this was a reading.